Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and to another video. Hope you're all doing well. So it's speculation time today. We're going down the rabbit hole a little bit and talking about one of the recent rumour engines and what I think it means for a potential new plastic kit for Warhammer 40,000 or possibly Kill Team. And also at the end of the video we're talking about what I think is going to be the next big warzone or campaign for 40k. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video because it's a big one and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But without further ado, let's get into it. So as you may have guessed from the thumbnail of this video and the image that you can see on the screen now, we're talking Armageddon Steel Legion. Yes, I think we may potentially be getting a new plastic kit for the Armageddon Steel Legion. Now, there was a rumour engine that went up a couple of weeks ago and it was some sort of rocket launcher or missile launcher with a strange bottle-like projection on the end there, or projectile on the end I should say. There's a bipod on there, there's a sight system on the top, and you can just about see the pistol grip and the trigger at the bottom of the image. And this actually looks similar to a real life weapon, the German Panzerforce 3. So that's a shoulder mounted anti-tank launcher. I'll put another image on the screen there that you can see of some soldier wielding it. It's got that sighting system on there, it's got that strange bottle-like projectile on the end, and it is shoulder mounted. And what does it look similar to? The old metal missile launcher from the Armageddon Steel Legion heavy weapons team. So does this mean that this rumour engine is a potential hint at a new plastic kit for the Steel Legion? Now you could easily argue and say, no, this is more plastics for the Death Corps of Krieg, because they have a similar sort of theme, so it could be that this weapon is for them, but I'm leaning more towards the Armageddon Steel Legion, and I'll come to why in just a moment. But if you remember recently, these actually went up on made to order. They were astronomically priced, but they did still sell quite a few of them, I believe, and they are such an iconic Astra Militarum regiment. If you don't know who the Steel Legion are, they're the regiment from Armageddon. They're famous for mechanised infantry, and they've got the iconic mustard coloured greatcoat and the rebreather units that they have to wear. And they've got those skull helms for the officers and the sergeants there that are apparently used to frighten orcs. They're famous for fighting orcs as well, and they just are a superb iconic regiment of the Astra Militarum. So it wouldn't be too hard to take the digital sculpts for the Death Corps of Krieg and modify them for the Armageddon Steel Legion. So I think potentially we may be getting a brand new plastic kit for the Steel Legion. And I know that's rampant speculation, however there is some supporting evidence that I've got that may possibly back up this rumour. Now there are some other rumour engines as well for the Astra Militarum, or presumably for the Astra Militarum. We've got one which looks like some sort of terrain setting with sandbags and bullet holes. Then there's another one as well which looks like an ammo box with grenades and a pie in it. Now it could be that this weapon in the rumour engine is for rattling snipers, and could these other two rumour engines be related? So the sandbags and the bullet holes and this ammo box with the turkey and the pie, could it be some sort of diorama or rattling sniper terrain for a future kill team? That's potentially something that could be coming. Or are these two not related? I think they are, with the sandbags being on both rumour engines, but could it also mean new plastic Catachan jungle fighters? That's another potential. We've seen Ripper Jackson, an amazing plastic miniature, so we know they can make good Catachan miniatures. We had the Catachan Colonel as well, who looked like the guy from Predator. Again, a really nice miniature. That one was super limited, unfortunately, but again, we know they can make decent plastics for Imperial Guard, especially Catachan jungle fighters, so that is a possibility. But one of the other reasons I think it could be Armageddon Steel Legion is because there's another unsolved rumour engine, and it's for an orc weapon. Now this we've seen previously on the Shock Jump Dragster. It's the same type of weapon, so does this mean there's a new kit coming for the orcs as well? Could it be maybe flash gates, or could it be looters, or maybe tank busters or something like that? There's definitely an unsolved rumour engine for the orcs. Very similar looking weapon to the one we've seen on the Shock Jump Dragster. So could we be getting an orc kit as well? So it could be maybe Armageddon Steel Legion versus orcs for Kill Team, or could it be these kits are going to be coming for 40k and the next big war zone for 40k is going to be Armageddon? Now the reason I say this is if we look in the brand new Warhammer 40,000 rulebook, we've got a galaxy map there and there are various symbols next to certain worlds. One of them is the cross swords, and it says critical alpha classifactus warzone militaris extremis. Now these are next to very important campaign worlds. So you've got Cadia, that featured in the fall of Cadia. Vigilus, that was a massive campaign. Pariah Nexus is also on there, and the Somnium stars as well, which obviously featured in the recent Arcs of Omen campaign. But what else is on there? Armageddon. Now, Armageddon, the first war, the second war, the third war, these have been set in 40k lore for absolutely ages. So why would they mark that down now? You could just argue and say, yeah, because Armageddon's always been a war zone. It's always been a place where there's wars going on and the orcs are drawn to it like madmen because they just want to go and fight there. But I think Armageddon could be the next potential campaign for Warhammer 40,000, because we've got this hint of a new weapon that could be Armageddon Steel Legion. There's an unsolved rumour engine for the orcs there. Grey Knights are potentially due an upgrade at some point in the future. We're going to have to see something eventually for the Grey Knights. Could they be going back to the sands of Armageddon to fight? And also there's all this talk of another loyalist Primarch coming back eventually towards the end of 10th edition 40k. And I think what better place to bring back a loyalist Primarch than Armageddon. Maybe the fourth war for Armageddon or something like that, or just a massive big escalation in the fighting at Armageddon, because you could argue that the third war hasn't even ended. But could we see a massive campaign towards the end of 10th edition on Armageddon, bigger than anything we've seen before, and we get a loyalist Primarch returning on the sands of Armageddon to fight Fulgrim or the Emperor's Children or something like that, because there's all sorts of rumours going around. And potentially I think the next big war zone is going to be Armageddon. Why not? Why? It's marked on there in the book, so potentially it could be that. And I do think we're going to see a brand new plastic kit for the Steel Legion. But as I said, this video is just rampant speculation, so feel free to shoot me down in the comments. Let me know what you think about those rumour engines as well. What do you think that weapon is? Do you think it's an Imperial Guard weapon? Do you think it's some sort of mad Space Marine weapon? Because we've seen the recent kit from the Space Marines with the crazy weapons on there, so it's not above them to come out with something like that. But I definitely do think it does look Astra Militarum. Potentially it could be Necromunda, but I think it is an Imperial Guard weapon. But let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think those Orc rumour engine could be, that weapon. And what do you think about going back to Armageddon? Do you think that could happen? Do you think that could be a massive campaign towards the end of 10th edition? There's no reason why they couldn't go back there. It is a famous setting for Warhammer 40,000. Some of the best lore in 40k is about the Armageddon Wars. So it's definitely a potential. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Let me know you've enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it and you think I'm talking nonsense, be sure to let me know in the comments, because that will always help me make better videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's plenty more on the way. And all that's left to say, as usual, is thank you very much for watching, as always. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.